Hello. Yeah. So, hi. I'm in the neighborhood right now. Just sent my bike in for repairs, and I thought I'd just do a quick episode 3 of the Cynic's view from halfway down. Um, so I'm just sitting on a bench, having some me time, and I'm really enjoying it. There's a really nice wind just now, and I'm just very thankful for being alive and stuff like that. So I decided to make an episode on this very topic, which is I'm actually happy, which I think might be weird for a lot of people that is around my age, because I've been seeing a lot of media on people being really unhappy with where they are and how life just sucks. Okay, the audio might be bad because there's wind. I'm not sure how much the mic will pick up, but then we will see lah. Yeah. So on this episode of A Cynic's View from Halfway Down, I want to talk about how grateful I am for being alive. And this let me tell you a story about I guess just life in general. I think that as men, when you grow up, you start to realize that you don't have any inherent value, which is kind of why we are sent to war and stuff, because our lives are just numbers, in a sense. If we die, there's really not much else. It's just that our parents will be sad, and that is what I want to talk about, which is that only your family will actually cherish you, like give you unconditional love, which is kind of a thing that you have to grapple with and understand. And when you do, it is it is a refreshing feeling to realize you have to really there's no one to depend on except for yourself. And why I'm feeling gratitude towards that, why I'm really enjoying life, is the fact that I realized that this position isn't so bad after all. We're given the agency to do whatever we want. Uh, of course, to a certain extent. Sorry, there's wind. And we are given relatively comfortable lives. Growing up through education, we're well cared for. We have food to eat. We don't have a lot of pain in our lives that we need to overcome as a normal, average person in Singapore. And we're all given a chance to make something out of ourselves, which is rare to begin with in terms of social mobility. In some certain countries, they aren't even given that chance, which is really upsetting. So that's one thing I'm really happy about. And another thing that I want to tell you guys is that we're actually really, really smart human beings, and we're so capable of doing so many things. We are quite literally living our best lives, or the best lives of a human being. There's this one quote that I saw. I don't quite remember what it is, but I think it was something to do with Nosferatu, like the vampire, where he comes into a modern house and he realizes, wow, what is this? Fridge. You guys have things that can store food for a long time, or like the computer, or like the air conditioning, and it's like magic. So as time goes on, we as humans actually enjoy so much more creature comforts, like what they say. We actually are in a much better state than even the kings of the past, who lives in big, hollow, cold, damp castles. And yeah, their lives are just not as luxurious as ours are. And even outside of that physical capacity, when you talk about mental, right, a lot of people might say like, oh, nowadays we have so much to worry about, especially because we're in this stage capitalism, or like there's global warming, and everybody has this depression epidemic thing, and our lives actually suck more than theirs. Because in the past, life is simple and they don't have much to think about. But I want to mention also that back in the past, Democritus, this Greek guy, he came up with the theory kind of like particles, like everything is made of particles, which sounds very familiar, right? It's essentially the theory of the atom, but yeah, I'm just summarizing it. And to them, at that point, that was a marvel, a technological, a scientific, and a philosophical marvel. It was a work of a genius. And now we just have that given to us as fact, proven. Do you know how incredible that is? It's like to people in the past, we are all geniuses. And we are only getting better because of all this literary knowledge compounded into simple things like even Aesop tales, the Bible, all these short stories that essentially just breaks down the most complex of sociological or philosophical moral concepts for us to just take in and learn as youth, and we let that become our defining principles or foundation. Can you imagine how much stronger as human beings we are, how much better we understand things and how much better we learn? So knowing that brings me a great sense of profound joy. It's like we are quite unironically a peak human being in this time and age as time progresses, and there is so much more to get if you really set your sights out there. um, Actually, I might be able to refute that because we as a society has already discovered almost everything that there is to discover when it comes to the more primitive concepts and everything. What I mean by that is kind of like how does water work, how are rainbows made and stuff like that. So or like designing some very special design concepts and stuff like that, like the Apple logo, Apple brand design kind of thing. So we can't really crack that anymore, which is really upsetting because the bar is set so high to be a normal human being now. But if you think of it as they're not trying to achieve something big in the world, they're just trying to exist, right? We are already so far advanced and so intelligent, and we need to recognize that, pat ourselves on the back for even absorbing all these things. Like sometimes I tend not to realize how smart everybody is because humans and homeostasis. You start thinking that, oh, since everybody's smart, then we're all not smart. We're all dumb because the benchmark is there. We're all average, but that's not true. Our average is actually really high up already to begin with. And if you bring people of the past here, you would think of them to be ignorant, to be stupid, even kings or something like that, right? Which is crazy. If you think about it, it's like how living in the era of the internet, everything is so spread, so democratized knowledge. We have access to almost everything that we want, and that's incredible. So you can make of your life whatever you want because one, you are expendable. So you can do whatever the hell you want, especially if you live in a democratic society like I do. Yes, there's fines. Yes, they sound draconian, but in truth, it's not really that way, is it? There's always ways for weeds to grow between the cracks in the tarmac. I really believe in that. So, in a sense, we have so much more power than people of the past to control our own lives. We're not slaves on the farm. We're not animals ready for slaughter. And that in itself is amazing. So, I guess I just wanted to share my joy for what is here, what I'm really enjoying, not even for what is to come. I don't know what is to come. For what it's worth, I might die in the next 5 years, who knows? But I'm thoroughly enjoying what I have. Of course, there's low moments, there's always bad shit happening in life. Uh, Struggles, trials, rejection, stuff like that. But to be in a position to even be able to feel these things and bounce back from it, to have a teensy bit of safety net in having a family to rely on, I don't know. Life is really cool, isn't it? And we get to enjoy a nice breeze in the park. Sorry, not park, or whatever this is. Uh, with technology like a phone, which is incredible. It's a magic device. And a microphone, you see, I don't even have to use my hands to hold it. It's like, wow, we are living in a time, we are living such good lives already. Yeah. And I hope I'm able to make um, it worse while my time here and continue enjoying until the day I go. Because this shit's amazing. Being able to see stuff, feel stuff, read stuff, smell stuff, Living is fun, man. Yeah, that's it for episode 3 of the Cynic's View from Halfway Down. And see you guys on the next one.